Hola, buenos dias. This is Kai Pacha on August 15th with the weekly Pele report, and I am coming to you from Earth Haven. I'm visiting my daughter here, and it is a self-sustaining community in northern Carolina. That was the microgrid at this neighborhood. There's 11 neighborhoods here, I think, around that. They've each got their own source of energy, and this is the communal outhouse made of a compost toilet that this neighborhood shares. And I just thought I'd go along here and give a little bit of a tour of the place because it's really amazing. We've got the communal kitchen over on my left with community showers, and there's a community bathtub in there, and you know, all the little huts, you know, and houses that have got their own private little gardens along with the community garden. There's a real nice one over there, a little gingerbread house. There's straw bale, all different kinds of building materials and things by everybody, and there's some figs growing. So they make their own power with the microgrid. They have some special hydraulics on the creek to also generate some power and grow all their own food. They got some chickens and pigs and cows and sheep, and it's all going on here. There's about 350 acres. Really awesome folks, awesome people, having kids, families, bicycles, all kinds of stuff. And it's just so appropriate here for that solar eclipse that happened in Leo, of course, because it's play and create. There, we're getting a little water off of the roof. Yeah, water catchment going on. And I thought I'd just, you know, come down here to this little pathway because we've got what? The moon in Libra today, and tomorrow she moves into Scorpio, and there in Scorpio she's gonna come along and, well, first she squares Mars, then she opposes Uranus. On Friday she comes into a conjunction with Jupiter and squares Mercury, and then moves along, yeah, Saturday into Sag, comes in, you know, with that the first quarter square actually is happening also on Saturday. That's about 25 degrees Leo to 25 degrees Scorpio, and then she goes into Sag later on Saturday, and then on Monday she goes into Capricorn, and you know, just right before then we've got a trine to the sun. I always talk about the squares, oppositions, and you know, it's nice to bring in these trines once in a while. Yeah, you gotta love this bridge, huh? So the other aspects that are going on now, you know, Mars went back into Capricorn, and you know, Jupiter is in a long-term trine with Neptune. Saturn is in a long-term square with Chiron, a long-term trine with Uranus. But the great news I think that everyone will be rejoicing about is Mercury going direct on Sunday. Oh my God, Mercury is going to turn around and get back. Get back, Jojo. That Mercury is going to go direct in Leo and start traveling straight forward again. And of course, we've got to have a creek. It's not a Pele report without some kind of water going on now, is it? There we go. Come on around here. Boom. Tree down in the creek. All right. Well, there's lots to talk about today, so let me find a spot.
All right, everybody. So today I want to talk about fire. I want to talk about Leo. That solar eclipse in Leo, big brand new moon. Mercury in Leo, north node of the moon in Leo. We've got some fire happening here. And fire is a very interesting element. And Leo is fixed fire. It's the 5th sign of the zodiac. In the natural horoscope, it rules the 5th house of creative play, self-expression, children, fun, games, love affairs. And here's where, I have to kind of quote the Center for Healthy Sex once again, because it's no accident this morning I get a meditation from them all the time, and this one was on play. And they talk about play being, what is it now? The desire to experience delight in collaboration with another or others or something like that. And that much of our dating and sexual romantic relationships, involve a lot of play and involve a lot of fun. And that's one thing that we really need more of. And when we don't have enough play, healthy expression, creative expression, collaboration with other people, then, it's like that need builds up in us. And it comes out, in, unhealthy ways. So this is just like this big reminder, and I think it's really powerful now because I'm looking at these retrograde planets, right? Retrograde Mars. And I always feel like these retrograde planets, they make their way across new territory. And then it's like they forgot something. I forgot something. I got to go back. Very interesting. In this case, Mars went up to 9 degrees Aquarius and said, oh, I forgot something in Capricorn. I got to go back. So Mars is in Capricorn, kind of coming back a little bit towards Pluto. Might have forgotten some intensity there. Uranus made its way up into Taurus. And then it says, oops, I forgot something. And it's making its way back to Eris, the goddess of discord, back there in Aries. And it's going to station in conjunction with Eris, in January. Again, it's kind of a loose conjunction, but still, it's like, I forgot some discord here before I can really become independent, autonomous, individuated. I've got to deal a little bit, maybe with how that differs, with other people's needs, desires, or opinions. And then we've got Mercury. You know what? I mean, if you look at it, Mercury is square Jupiter the whole month of August. Now, Mercury moves on average a degree a day, so it should just bop right through, right? But it went up to 20 degrees, of Leo and said, oops, I forgot I got a square Jupiter again. And it's coming back to station direct at 11. And it's going to go back. So it's like squaring Jupiter this whole time. And this is a 3rd quarter square, 270 degrees. It's a little different than a 90-degree square, right? So what we have is last December. So much happened in December. Saturn went into Capricorn. Now it's coming back, to where it was in December and January, right? Mercury conjuncted with Jupiter in December. Now it's gone kind of all the way around, and it's in the 3rd quarter square to Jupiter, and we've got a lot of parallels. Jupiter went up, in 23 degrees of Scorpio back in the days, and now it's gone retrograde and it's going forward again. These are really exciting times. And like I say, Mercury goes direct, this weekend. And then, like next week, Mars is going to go direct. And all I can say is we've kind of done this kind of sine wave thing where we've gone down. These eclipses have brought us down, broken our worlds apart, shattered realities, busted up, cracked our eggs, popped our balloons. And it's like, and we went into the underworld, okay, with that total lunar eclipse, all right, with Mars on the 27th of July. And now that sine wave is picking up, baby. It's picking up. And we are renewed, we are rebirthed, and this Leo is this emergence of a new creative opportunity and impulse that's coming around. It's like super freaking awesome. And the square to Jupiter, let me wrap that up, right? The 90-degree square is after that seed is planted at the conjunction. At 90 degrees, we put it out there. Then at the full phase, okay, that opposition, it's like brought up to the surface, and then at the 270, it comes back to us for review and reflection and maybe modification. So, some of the conversations, some of the ideas, some of the desires, got these freaking, they call them eye flies, man. They fly right into your eye. What a trip. Anyway, man. So, it's like, so it's coming around. It's coming around for that, what goes around comes around. This 270-degree square is, it's time to communicate. Collaboration requires communication. And this Jupiter in Scorpio really is saying there's great discovery, great benefit, great power in collaborating, in uniting. So it's time to maybe revisit some conversations or some ideas or maybe some issues to resolve them, to foster deeper union and co-creation and collaboration, which is play and joy and fun and all good things. Oh yeah, man. It's so great. So it's great being here at Earth Haven. These people are creating, right? A self-sustaining, they're creating gardens, they're creating alternative lifestyles. I just got attacked by all the kids here. And they didn't want me to post their pictures without talking to the parents. I don't know if I'll get the pictures of the kids up there or not, but it's this innocent, open, and yet it's not always innocent and open. Sometimes there's bullies, sometimes there's competition, sometimes there's humiliation. There's all this kind of stuff going on, okay, when we come into this collaboration, power struggles and power plays, and this is where, like, we really got to work things out. So I want to get to the mantra for today because, I was just staring at a candle, the other night, and, this element of fire is so fascinating. It's so amazing. It is so powerful, and yet it is so delicate, right? First of all, the thing about fire is that it what? It consumes. This little candle, it's consuming the wick, it's consuming the wax, it's grabbing the air, boom, and it's just like forest fires, or wood. Car engines, combustion, petroleum, nuclear power plants, plutonium, whatever. But fire, and Leo is the only carnivore of the zodiac, the hunter, yes, that devours. So fire, fire consumes a lot. We are all consumers. We all need to drink every day. We all need to eat every day, and we all have, possessions and cars and houses and all this stuff. It's like, we're always consuming something because we all have this fire in us. We are fire. And the thing is, when that fire is too small, you know, that's the thing that fire gives us, is light and warmth, heat, power. Boom! It transforms, it changes. So the fire in us wants to transform ourselves and our lives and bring in something new, something that's never been, something that's like really enlightening. It's very awesome. It's very powerful. And yet it's also, when it's too small, it's also very delicate. The way these elements all interact, you know, you can easily just blow out a candle so the air, the wind, can blow out the fire. A bucket of water can splash out a campfire. A couple shovels of dirt can put out a campfire. So air, earth, and water can all kill fire. And fire might consume, you know, a lot of things, but it can also really be extinguished easily. Now the thing is, as it builds and builds and builds, it's like too little fire and you got no energy, you got no drive, you're not creating anything. Too much fire, like a forest fire. You know, I was just up in Canada where they couldn't even put it out. These ones in California or whatever, you know, they get so big you can't put them out. It's too much. So then it's dangerous. It's deadly. You get sunburned. Too much fire can kill you. Yeah. A fever. You can die of a fever, I think, if it's over 104 degrees or something. You can get brain damage. So this balance of that fire energy is very important. Aries is cardinal fire, Brahma fire, the spark that starts it. Leo kind of builds it, fixed fire, contains it. And those two, without Sagittarius, you know, is the philosopher, the thinker, natural law, mutable fire that looks for a greater, bigger, wider purpose for that fire to do something. Yeah? That's not about its own personal building up and grandiosity. So these three fire signs need each other. As much as fire needs the other elements and the other elements need fire, fire needs the three modalities of fire. Yeah? And then, of course, the only other thing I was thinking of today, talking to these folks about it a little bit, was the sun. I don't know, man. The sun is consuming itself, but it's basically just giving, right? Solar power, plant power, warmth, heat. You know, I mean, wow, we would not have the water evaporate to clouds to rain on us if it wasn't for the sun. I mean, the sun is like the ruler of Leo, the center of our solar system, and an absolute phenomena in and of itself. So when we contact that sun within ourselves, we contact our infinite potential. Yes, to be generous and to give, to transform our ideas, our past, our materials, our lives, our relationships. Fire really transforms and creates and expresses. It shines out the light. It gives off heat. So it can be used, and it can be a super powerful, beautiful, amazing element. And that's what this time and this month with that new moon in Leo is really all about. Yeah? So the mantra for today, right, you know, is burning fuel like a locomotive. Boom, 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 boom. And consuming more every day. I use it all to create something new so that I can give it away. So, I mean, if we're going to eat all this food and gobble up all the resources of planet Earth, I sure hope to God each and every one of us is, using all of that fuel, yeah, and injecting our own unique, self, creative ideas and feelings and thoughts and ideas and emotions and physical strength or whatever, to build, express, write, dream, play, sing, yeah, something creative, something new, and return. It's like we suck it all in and we consume it, we transform it, and then we are solar beings, generously giving of ourselves, our times, our life, our energy. Boom! Yeah, baby! Ow! All right. See if I can do the whole doggone thing without reading it now. Let's see. Burning fuel like a locomotive. Consuming more every day. I use it all to create something new so that I can give it away. May you have fun in collaborating and creating something new to give away this week and your whole freaking life, baby. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.